Hello and welcome to the November edition of Community Connect, brought to you by the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. So this month I have a couple of SMSU students with us today. I have Valerie Messner. She is the chair of Enactus here on campus, and Chidinma Ikwunze, who is the chair of SMAC, which is the Marketing Advisory Center. What's the S stand for? Southwest Marketing Advisory Center. I should have known that, Southwest, because we're here, right here on campus. Anyway, let's kind of talk about a lot of the things in October, and there's a lot of things going on this fall. Let's recap October. And first off, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to the Red Baron Arena on October 10th for the Taste of Marshall. We had a record-setting 472 people that attended this year. We had 18 vendors, and it's a whopping success. So thank you to everybody that made it a success. The fire department held their annual open house on Thursday the 13th. My guest last month, Fire Chief Quentin Brunsville, reported that nearly 1,000 people came to the open house. Thanks to the Marshall Fire Department for all that they do during Fire Prevention Week. There were two candidate forums in October. One was held on October 13th for the State Senate in the State House right here on campus. On the 25th, there was a local candidate forum for the school board, county commissioners, and city councils, and that was held at the YMCA. Good luck to all the candidates, and thanks to everybody who attended the candidate forums and who watched on Studio One. And big thanks to my friends here that are recording here today, Studio One. They made a big difference when it comes to these candidate forums. The celebration of Hope by Hope Harbor was held on Friday the 14th at Grace Life Church. My wife and I went to this along with some friends, and wow, what an amazing organization Hope Harbor is. It's a very humbling organization. If you don't know much about Hope Harbor, I encourage you to give it a look. Pheasant Opener was also in October. Lots of orange in the commercial community this past month, and thanks to everybody that came to Marshall for Pheasant Opener. It's good to see the amount of pictures I saw on social media with everybody that was in the area. The Women's Rural Advocacy Program, otherwise known as WRAP, held a week-long fundraiser that ended at Brow Brothers, and what a good group of people that came out to support a very important organization. Thanks to all those who attended and who support WRAP every single year. Another very important organization here in the area. Last Thursday, the Marshall Downtown Business Association held Moonlight Madness, and we sold 150 tickets for the ladies to go shopping in downtown. And I was obviously not part of it, but I was told that the stores were elbow to elbow with all sorts of shoppers downtown. So thanks to everybody that came out shopping, supporting local, especially this time of the year. And sadly, the farmers market wrapped up this past week, and I went out there and this past Saturday. And it was another good showing. Great weather, and this had to be some of the best weather the season-long farmers market has ever seen. Thanks to all the vendors that make this possible, and of course all the organizers that make the farmers market a success. So, that being said, again, I have a couple friends here on campus. Again, from Enactus and from SMAC. We're going to start with Valerie. Valerie is very active here on campus, as is Chidinma. But first off, Valerie, again, thanks for being here. What is the focus of Enactus, and what are some of the major projects you're working on right now?
For sure. So first of all, Enactus is an acronym. It stands for Entrepreneurial Action Us, and it's a great organization for students to get that experiential learning aspect of their college experience, as well as meet students from across all majors. Our main focus with Enactus is social entrepreneurship. And with that, we look at problems and opportunities in the community, and then we focus on different ways to solve those problems, mostly by projects and even creating businesses. So that's really amazing for students like myself to be able to just learn how to do that, as well as get hands-on experience. Some of our major projects that we have going currently include our compost project and mindful meals. So in our compost project, our goal with that is to identify the importance of reducing the harmful impact of waste in our local communities, but not only going to that, but also going a step further in how can we repurpose this waste to create a new product. And it's really helpful for students because they get to learn the benefits of composting, what it can do with produce, and also you know, what the future of entrepreneurship looks like and how different companies and businesses are looking at becoming more sustainable. Mm-hmm. So that's our compost project. And then our other main project is Mindful Meals. Mindful Meals is a project where we look at growing and rescuing food, as well as purchasing the remaining and create meals for students and families in the K through 12 system. This project was going on last year, and now we're continuing it into this year. Last year, we were able to do 3 operational runs and deliver nearly 300 meals to students and families. And we started in the K through 1st grade. So it's really rewarding to see that take place and continue that. And we have 3 runs pegged for this semester alone, and then we will look from there to grow.
Mm-hmm. Super. Youth entrepreneurship at its finest right here, and there's a lot of that going on in town between SMSU and, of course, the CEO program at the high school, as well as several other programs here, and we'll get to one of them in just a minute. You answered a couple of the follow-up questions, so let's keep moving down here. Going back to Mindful Meals, it's my understanding that you're looking for community engagement this year. How can the community and the watchers today get involved?
For sure. So there's a couple ways to get involved. Donation support is appreciated, as well as volunteers. We're really looking for volunteers. And that would be working in the kitchen along with our great team. We've grown out a team. We have managers and other students involved in every aspect of the supply chain for Mindful Meals. So if you're interested in, getting involved with the operations and seeing how these meals are being made and delivered to students, that would be a great place for involvement.
Mm-hmm. One of the fascinating things about Enactus is the projects center on addressing sustainability goals. What are some projects or initiatives that Enactus is thinking about that address sustainability goals that you might not have mentioned so far today? Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take it back to the Mindful Meals project and the compost project. They tie really well with the UN sustainability goals, so that's something that Enactus focuses on. And really, the UN sustainability goals are promoting sustainability, health, and being good stewards of our environment. And by doing that with our projects, by increasing sustainability in the community, promoting the health of students and families, as well as promoting educational opportunities, those are the ways that the UN sustainability goals are integrated into our projects, and we continue to look for those moving forward.
Okay. Valerie, if somebody were interested in contacting you, either to volunteer, to talk to you about more of the projects, what is the best way to have somebody reach out to you or somebody from the Enactus team?
For sure. So to start, you can learn more about the SMSU Enactus team at smsuenactus.org. And for the Mindful Meals project, you can look at the website at mindfulmealsmn.com. But if you're looking to get involved and volunteer, you can email us enactus@smsu.edu or mindfulmeals@smsu.edu. And then we also have Instagram accounts, so it would be Enactus team or SMSU Enactus team and Mindful Meals MN. So those would be the main ways to contact us.
Okay, super. Nice little rundown of about SMSU Enactus. Of course, it's been around for many, many years here on campus. And prior to Enactus, it used to be called SIFE?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, SIFE was Students in Free Enterprise.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. So for those that aren't familiar with Enactus, I believe it has been around here on campus for probably about 10 years and when it took over the name of SIFE. So anyway, thanks, Valerie, and we'll get back to you and wrap it up here in a little bit. Chidinma is here, and she is one of the leadership, sits on the leadership the chair, probably, for SMAC, Southwest Marketing Advisory Center. What are some of the examples of projects SMAC is currently working on, or worked on in the past?
Oh, okay. So SMAC is, like we said earlier, Southwest Marketing Advisory Center. So we do marketing, research, and business. We help businesses solve their marketing, research, and business needs. Some of the projects we worked on in the past, feasibility studies, we conduct surveys, we do interviews, focus group studies. We help businesses pretty much solve their problems. So say, for instance, you want to start a business and you don't know how to go about it. First point of contact can be SMAC. We can help you walk through your ideas to come up with a good feasibility study and see if it's actually viable, if it's relevant to the market.
Yeah, and so if you're a startup business, even if you're a current business that you just need a little bit of a marketing jolt, they are a really good resource. So the Chamber has worked with them on a couple of different occasions. One of the fascinating things about SMAC is that you and your team are doing really good work with real clients addressing business needs. How are students involved in the operation? What is your role specifically?
Okay, so we have several clients and we have several students who work as account executive on the project for the clients. So we usually pair a student to a client depending on the workload or the duration of the project we're working on. So if it's a big project, we can have more than one student working on it. If it's a smaller project, we can just have one student, and then we have supervisors who monitor and train and make sure we're doing the right thing. My role specifically, I'm the managing director of SMAC. I've been doing this for over a year now, and it's been lots of learning, lots of growth, and I've really enjoyed it. And yeah.
Yeah. So how many SMSU students are part of SMAC?
Several students. So right now, the structure, we have the executive director, we have the chief marketing officer, which are professors here at SMSU. And then we have a team of students. So myself, and then Trevor, and so many other students working at SMAC.
Okay. What are some challenges that SMAC has encountered in the past, and how did you overcome these challenges?
So first of all, we are students, and we have homework, we have classes that we're working on. So one of the major challenges we experience here is deadlines. We are working with clients who have deadlines, and then we also have homework that have deadlines. So that's the major challenge. And how we overcome it is we try to see how we work around our classes schedule, and then we talk to our professors, we talk to our supervisor who make sure that no student is overwhelmed, and then we try to share the burden. So for instance, if I'm working on a project that is due in like a week's time, and based on my schedule, I wouldn't be able to meet up with it. So I have another student paired up with me to make sure we deliver.
Sure.
Yeah.
How can someone contact you? Much like Valerie, how can somebody contact you to talk more about or find out more about the projects, initiatives, or just to speak to somebody on the SMAC team?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me. I'm here on campus. You can send an email to SMAC, smsu@smac@smsu.edu. You can reach out to our Chief Marketing Officer, Dr. Almeida, or Dr. Joe Taylor, our Executive Director.
Yeah, so you both work closely with the guy you have mentioned his name is George Taylor. How nice of a resource is he to be here on campus? Valerie?
Yeah, I would say we really appreciate having him. He's the director for the center and also the Sam Walton Fellow for Enactus. So it's really nice because it helps the projects move at the pace they need to. I know Chidinma was talking about how meeting deadlines is important, and it's also important in Enactus, and he really promotes the culture of the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and making sure there's a crossover between SMAC students and Enactus students, and meeting new people and getting those experiences. So we really appreciate all the work he does.
Chidinma, how do you love his energy? He has more energy. So you two are probably like 21 and 22. I think he has more energy than both of you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he gets his energy from. Sometimes I'm done for the day and he's still working. But I really appreciate the support and just helping lots of learning, lots of experiential learning for us as students. Working with real businesses, it's a lot because we're still, in school trying to learn and understand how this all works. So really appreciate his support.
I love working with George too. I had the opportunity to meet with him as soon as he moved into town. He's very infectious. His energy is infectious. He's got a great smile, and he's always smiling. He's a good resource for the students, and I know the students really out here really appreciate him. On behalf of the business community, we appreciate all of his initiatives here on campus too, because he's building young business leaders, and that's in any community that is much needed. So thanks again for being here. So let's talk about some other things going on in the community this fall. This upcoming Saturday is the SMSU Gala. It is back in person now for the first time in 3 years. They have had opportunities to give online for a number of years, but it is back here on campus. It's going to be in the Upper Conference Center. Are either of you two involved with the Gala at all? A little bit?
Yes. So actually, I will be speaking at the gala, and I would have to say, just doing an opening kind of welcome, but I will have to say, for those looking to get involved, start attending events like these and go and meet students and see what they're all working on, because there's a lot more than me and Chidinma here on campus, and just seeing how to get involved would be a great opportunity.
Yeah, I have had a lot of opportunities to see firsthand. One of our other friends right here is Trevor, and he's very, very active here. In fact, he just became a chamber member too. So a lot of really good young entrepreneurs right here on campus. And SMSU Gala, there is an online giving right now. You can, you don't even have, although we would encourage you to be there this upcoming Saturday, there is a link that you can start bidding online for all the good stuff that they have up for auction. This goes without saying, but next Tuesday is voting day. Without a doubt, it is a very important day. Get out and vote. If you haven't yet, please register to get voted. Give It the Max Day is on Thursday, the 17th. This is your opportunity to give to a local nonprofit community. I'll be sending out a worksheet with all of our local charities and nonprofits that are members of the Chamber, by the way. I'll be sending it out a few days in advance. However, you can go on a website called givemin.org. I do believe Enactus and SMAC are both on that same sheet. They are both members of the Chamber. So if you want to give right back to the two students right here and their organizations that they represent, you can do that. Speaking of organizations, the YMCA will also be on that same page. Thursday morning on Thanksgiving morning, you have the opportunity to run the Gobble Wobble, or if you have little kids, they can run the Mashed Potato Mile. This is on the morning of Thanksgiving. Details to register are on the YMCA website or on their Facebook page. Of course, that same weekend kicks off the shopping season for Christmas. On behalf of the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce, that represents 600 businesses in the area. We do encourage you to shop local, or at the very least, shop local first before you're shopping elsewhere or online. Your local business community will appreciate it. That goes for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and any time in between now and the Christmas season. November 30th is the Chamber Annual Meeting. This event has been in conjunction with our Taste of Marshall for many, many years. We have now separated the two events, and we're going to give out our annual awards at this event on November 30th. We are also excited to have Doug Loon, he's my counterpart with the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce, on hand as our keynote. So we have a lot of things going on in November. I'm excited for everything that you two are doing and everything that you represent, and I look forward to hearing about this more. All these events that I just mentioned are on our website at marshallmn.org. You can also check out the tourism website, which is visitmarshallmn.com. So yet another busy month of November. Chidinma and Valerie, thanks for being my guests.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Thanks again for tuning in here for Community Connect here in November, and we'll see you again next month.